Dennis Smith Jr. Oladipo to Turner. Smith with it up top. Down 11 to Payton. And the finish at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Nice pass to get things going.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly.
To Turner. Mitchell Robinson swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Add 2 points to the board.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy.
The offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Screen right.
Smith to Julius Randle. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Rocking the rim. Desperation shot here from half court. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. New York in control of the basketball. Payton to Marcus Morris. And the basket good at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. Payton into the front court. His team down 9. Fires the three, shakes free, and hits.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
The possession lies with New York. To Julius Randle. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Turner. 24-second violation. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Smith to Kevin Knox. Gets it in the left corner. To Julius Randle. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. To Turner. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, who saw that coming?
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down to Turner. Fires the three, and he hits.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. Two, then a wide open three.
Almost, and he's not getting the call.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Looking for his man. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Julius Randle. Takes stock of the floor. Kevin Knox. Here comes the screen. To Dennis Smith Jr. No, I missed a short one there. Over to the right side. Here comes the screen. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one goes down. able to convert on both free throws. Knocked loose. And an 8-second violation. It's going the other way. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as he'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Elfrid Payton, defended by Warren. To Kevin Knox. To Gibson. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Oladipo. Shot from in close, no good. Payton with the basketball. His guys down big. Kevin Knox powers it through.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Pacers control. Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Oh, he can't connect. Smith now into the front court. Down a bundle. Offensive board. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Oladipo. Taj Gibson sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Payton into the front court. He'll run the offense. Throws it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Screen coming. Taj Gibson snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Payton with the basketball. Down by 15. To Taj Gibson. Domantas Sabonis. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. To Oladipo. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Payton to Dennis Smith Jr. To Payton. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Oladipo. Yes, Victor Oladipo. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Brogdon. Well done.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot play, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Indiana with the basketball. To Brogdon. Probing the defense. Brogdon. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Brogdon can't connect. Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And count the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Brogdon. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
For 3. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. To Brogdon. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Screen coming up, screen coming up.
Taj Gibson rejects it. That's his third block this evening. On the pass, stolen by Indiana.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Malcolm Brogdon trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. Smith into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Kevin Knox. Down to Randall. From the outside, no good. To Brogdon. Curling inside. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. He's 3 for 7.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
A shot at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Pacers are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks. Thanks for joining us for the Halftime Report. The second half is about to get started.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. New York with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Smith shot no good. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the left corner. Oh, he had him there for a second. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To Dennis Smith Jr.
Hey, match up, match up, match up.
And it's Warren with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Oladipo. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Shot from the lane won't go. Dennis Smith Jr. defended by Warren. Driving right to the basket. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Oladipo. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Got it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Oladipo into the front court. They lead it by 14. And stuffs it home.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Smith with the basketball. His guys down big. Randall knocked loose. Pacers have it. To the rim. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Oh, and a pass stolen by the Knicks.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Count the basket at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Smith to Marcus Morris. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Into the front court comes Smith. Trailing by 14 to Gibson. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Sabonis picked up by Gibson. And count the basket inside.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Smith with it up top. 14-point deficit. Miles Turner with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Able to convert inside. Pacers with the possession. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft...
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw good, a three-point play, and they're back within single digits, down by 9. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Screen coming. Navigating through traffic. To Turner. Runner here won't go down. Smith now into the front court. His guys down by 9. T.J. Warren with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Turner. 4-3. That won't go. The follow won't go either. Payton with the basketball. 9-point margin. And he's going to the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Damian Dotson has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Mitchell Robinson able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oladipo. Mitchell Robinson. Huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Oladipo into the front court. Up 5. To Brogdon. Julius Randle sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Mitchell Robinson pins it. 24-second violation. Payton to Julius Randle. Smith to Payton. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Has a look. The shot by Payton won't fall. Sets him up. Yes, Victor Oladipo. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Smith, great dish to set it up. It was right there. Oladipo into the front court. Lead stands at 7. To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Brogdon. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. And scores.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Pacers control. Oladipo to Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Brogdon. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Brogdon can't connect. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Oladipo into the front court. Up by 3. To Turner. Oladipo. Mitchell Robinson swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
And I know this is an off day for him, but still, that serves as no excuse for you not to give any effort on the defensive end. Here's a trick. If you get yourself engaged defensively, that can at times help you offensively.
From the painted area, won't go down. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to...
Julius Randle trying to cash in on the three-point play. 71% for his career. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Indiana with the basketball. Oladipo. To Brogdon. Screen coming.
Right.
Brogdon. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Smith into the front court. Leads a bucket. Tough make through traffic.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Smith with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
He connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Into the front court comes Smith. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. And counted at the rim.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
Pacers with the possession. Oladipo. Julius Randle sends it away. Payton into the front court. Shot clock off as they look to move out in front. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
That'll do it. Third quarter complete. This game is all tied up. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter, and they watch their halftime lead completely vanish in the third quarter. What happened?
In the next team huddle, you let them know it's okay. This is a game of ebbs and flows. We need to find a way to regain our energy and get our way back in this ballgame.
To Turner. Mitchell Robinson snatching it out of the air. Knicks with the basketball. And draws the foul.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for 2 shots, shooting 66% in this contest. Off the mark on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Oladipo into the front court. All even here in the fourth. Here's a chance from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
And here's a setup, Ed, down the stretch. from a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defensive collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Gets it in the left corner. Brogdon to Oladipo. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Dennis Smith Jr. They go down low to Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Smith with it up top. His guys down 3.
I'm here. I got ball.
Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense.
Watch that cutter.
A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Can't connect.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Oh, had him going there for a second. To Turner. Count the basket inside.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Smith now into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Julius Randle. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knock loose. Pacers come up with it. Cashes in for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Julius Randle. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
And this is where habits come into play. Players think they can turn that switch on and off at their beckoning call, but it doesn't work that way. That's why coaches talk about practicing good habits on a daily basis, because they show up in the fourth.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Turner. He gets it.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Here comes the screen. Smith. off the assist.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner, kicks it around the perimeter. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Randall to Dennis Smith Jr. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's Indiana basketball. Probing the defense. Lobs it up. Brogdon. Has a chance. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Payton with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Knocked loose. Payton to Dennis Smith Jr. Can't connect from in close. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Three.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Possession lies with New York.
I got him. Here we go.
Smith to Kevin Knox. Sizing up the defense. Miles Turner tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Down to 5 on the 24. Smith. Almost unlucky bounce. Smith into the front court. His guys down.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. Smith. On the Pacers come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most
Throws.
The way he was able to do it, Ed, did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? It's on all the other defenders. They will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
On the pass, stolen by Indiana. Pass to the rim. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Pacers control. To Turner. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. To Oladipo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Indiana with the basketball.
Too slow, give me the rock.
To Turner. Miles Turner slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Oladipo. From long range. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Payton into the front court. Down a bundle. That's no good. New York Knicks basketball. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Nice pass to set things up.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip. Pacers with the possession. Oh, he had him there for a second. Fires the 3. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Oh, had him going there for a second. New York in control of the basketball to Kevin Knox. Surveys the floor. Kevin Knox to Payton. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, he buckled his knees so.
Short jumper off the mark. To Taj Gibson. From the outside, no good. Sabonis, guarded by Gibson. This one to the Pacers as they win this one handily. That does it for my part.